Welcome. Today we're diving into the concept of scanning the macroenvironment within the field of strategic management. Understanding the macroenvironment is crucial for organizations aiming to thrive in a constantly changing world. The macroenvironment refers to the broad external factors that can impact a business, such as economic trends, technological advancements, social changes, and political shifts. By scanning the macroenvironment, companies can anticipate opportunities and threats, allowing them to make informed strategic decisions. In this video, we'll break down the key components of the macroenvironment and explore how businesses can effectively analyze these factors to gain a competitive edge. Scanning the macroenvironment is essential because it helps organizations stay ahead of the curve. By keeping an eye on external trends and forces, businesses can identify potential risks and opportunities before they become critical. This proactive approach enables companies to adapt their strategies, ensuring long-term success. For example, a sudden change in government policy or a new technological breakthrough can dramatically alter the business landscape. By regularly scanning the macroenvironment, organizations can respond quickly and effectively, minimizing negative impacts and capitalizing on emerging trends. Macroenvironment is made up of several key factors that influence business operations. These include political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal factors, often remembered by the acronym PESTEL. Each of these elements can present both challenges and opportunities for organizations. For instance, economic downturns may reduce consumer spending, while technological innovations can open up new markets. Understanding these factors helps businesses craft strategies that are resilient and responsive to external changes. Political factors refer to the influence of government policies, regulations, and stability on business operations. Changes in tax laws, trade restrictions, or government leadership can significantly impact how companies operate. For example, a new trade agreement might open up international markets, while stricter regulations could increase operational costs. By monitoring political trends, businesses can anticipate changes and adjust their strategies accordingly, ensuring compliance and seizing new opportunities. Economic factors encompass elements like inflation, interest rates, economic growth, and unemployment levels. These factors directly affect consumer purchasing power and business profitability. For instance, high inflation can increase costs while low interest rates may encourage investment. By analyzing economic trends, organizations can forecast demand, set realistic goals, and allocate resources more effectively. Staying informed about economic conditions helps businesses remain agile and competitive in changing markets. Social factors relate to societal trends, demographics, cultural attitudes, and consumer behaviors. Changes in population age, lifestyle preferences, or social values can influence market demand and product development. For example, a growing focus on health and wellness may drive demand for healthier products. By understanding social trends, companies can tailor their offerings to meet evolving customer needs and maintain relevance in the marketplace. Technological factors include advancements in technology, innovation, and the rate of technological change. New technologies can disrupt industries, create new business models, and improve efficiency. For example, the rise of e-commerce has transformed retail while automation has streamlined manufacturing. By staying updated on technological trends, businesses can adopt new tools, enhance productivity, and stay ahead of competitors. Environmental factors refer to ecological and environmental aspects that can impact business operations. Issues like climate change, resource scarcity, and environmental regulations are increasingly important. Companies are expected to adopt sustainable practices and reduce their environmental footprint. By considering environmental factors, organizations can not only comply with regulations but also appeal to environmentally conscious consumers and build a positive brand image. Legal factors involve laws and regulations that govern business practices. These include labor laws, consumer protection, health and safety standards, and intellectual property rights. Noncompliance can lead to legal penalties and damage to reputation. By staying informed about legal requirements, businesses can avoid risks, protect their interests, and operate ethically. Legal awareness is a key part of effective macroenvironmental scanning. PESTL framework is a popular tool for scanning the macroenvironment. It stands for political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal factors. By systematically analyzing each area, businesses can gain a comprehensive understanding of the external forces shaping their industry. The PESTL framework helps organizations identify key trends, anticipate changes, and develop strategies that are both proactive and resilient. Conducting a macroenvironmental scan involves gathering information from a variety of sources, such as news reports, industry publications, government data, and expert opinions. The goal is to identify trends and patterns that could impact your business. This process requires critical thinking and the ability to connect seemingly unrelated events. By regularly scanning the macroenvironment, companies can stay informed and make strategic decisions based on solid evidence. Reliable sources are essential for effective macroenvironmental scanning. These include government reports, industry analyses, academic research, and reputable news outlets. Social media and online forums can also provide valuable insights into emerging trends and public sentiment. By using a mix of sources, businesses can ensure they have a well-rounded view of the external environment and avoid missing critical information. Once data is collected, the next step is to analyze trends and patterns. This involves looking for recurring themes, shifts in consumer behavior, or changes in regulatory environments. By identifying these patterns, businesses can forecast potential impacts and adjust their strategies accordingly. Effective trend analysis requires both quantitative and qualitative skills, ensuring a balanced and insightful approach. Scenario planning is a strategic tool that helps organizations prepare for different possible futures. By imagining various scenarios based on macroenvironmental trends, businesses can develop flexible strategies that are ready for change. This approach encourages creative thinking and helps companies avoid being caught off guard by unexpected events. Scenario planning is a vital part of effective macroenvironmental scanning. SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, works hand in hand with macroenvironmental scanning. By identifying external opportunities and threats, businesses can align their internal strengths and weaknesses for maximum impact. This integrated approach ensures that strategies are grounded in both internal capabilities and external realities, leading to more robust decision-making. Political changes can happen quickly and have far-reaching effects on businesses. Monitoring elections, policy shifts, and international relations is essential for anticipating risks and opportunities. Companies that stay informed about political developments can adjust their strategies, ensuring compliance and taking advantage of favorable conditions. Political monitoring is a continuous process that requires vigilance and adaptability. Key economic indicators such as GDP growth, inflation rates, and employment figures provide valuable insights into the health of the economy. By monitoring these indicators, businesses can anticipate changes in consumer demand, adjust pricing strategies, and plan for expansion or contraction. Staying attuned to economic signals helps organizations remain agile and responsive in a dynamic marketplace. Understanding social trends is key to meeting customer needs and staying relevant. Changes in lifestyle, values, and demographics can create new markets or render existing products obsolete. By analyzing social data, businesses can identify emerging preferences and tailor their offerings accordingly. This customer-centric approach ensures long-term loyalty and market success. Technological disruptions can reshape entire industries overnight. From artificial intelligence to blockchain, new technologies offer both opportunities and threats. Businesses that embrace innovation can gain a competitive edge, while those that resist change risk falling behind. Keeping up with technological advancements is essential for long-term success in today's fast-paced world. Sustainability is no longer optional for businesses. Consumers, investors, and regulators are increasingly demanding environmentally responsible practices. By adopting green technologies and reducing waste, companies can not only comply with regulations but also build stronger relationships with stakeholders. Environmental sustainability is a key consideration in macroenvironmental scanning. Legal compliance is a fundamental part of business strategy. Companies must stay updated on laws and regulations affecting their industry, from labor standards to intellectual property rights. By implementing robust compliance programs, businesses can avoid legal risks and protect their reputation. Legal scanning should be an ongoing process, integrated into overall strategic management. Integrating macroenvironmental scanning into strategic planning ensures that organizations are prepared for external changes. By regularly reviewing macro trends, businesses can align their goals and resources with the realities of the external environment. This integration leads to more resilient and adaptable strategies, positioning companies for long-term growth and success. There are various tools available for macroenvironmental scanning, including PESTEL analysis, SWOT analysis, and scenario planning. Digital platforms and data analytics tools can also help businesses gather and interpret large volumes of information. By leveraging these tools, organizations can streamline their scanning process and make more informed strategic decisions. Macroenvironmental scanning is not without its challenges. The sheer volume of information, rapidly changing trends, and uncertainty can make it difficult to identify what truly matters. Businesses must develop effective filtering and prioritization methods to focus on the most relevant factors. Overcoming these challenges is essential for successful strategic management. Let's look at a case study from the tech industry. Rapid technological change and shifting consumer preferences make macroenvironmental scanning vital for tech companies. By monitoring trends like artificial intelligence and data privacy regulations, tech firms can innovate quickly and stay compliant. This proactive approach has helped many tech leaders maintain their competitive edge. The retail sector, macroenvironmental scanning helps companies respond to changing consumer behaviors and economic conditions. For example, the rise of e-commerce and shifts in spending habits have forced retailers to adapt quickly. By analyzing social and economic trends, retail businesses can adjust their product offerings and marketing strategies to meet new demands. Automotive industry faces constant change from environmental regulations, technological advancements, and shifting consumer preferences. Macroenvironmental scanning enables car manufacturers to anticipate regulatory changes, invest in new technologies like electric vehicles, and respond to evolving market demands. This forward-thinking approach is key to staying competitive in a rapidly changing industry. Healthcare organizations must scan the macroenvironment for changes in regulations, technology, and social attitudes. For example, advances in telemedicine and increased focus on patient privacy have transformed healthcare delivery. By staying informed about these trends, healthcare providers can improve patient care and remain compliant with evolving standards. Financial services firms operate in a highly regulated and dynamic environment. Macroenvironmental scanning helps them stay ahead of regulatory changes, economic shifts, and technological innovations like fintech. By proactively monitoring these factors, financial institutions can manage risks, seize new opportunities, and maintain customer trust. Leadership plays a critical role in macroenvironmental scanning. Leaders set the tone for proactive analysis and ensure that scanning is integrated in strategic planning. By fostering a culture of curiosity and adaptability, leaders empower their teams to identify and respond to external changes effectively. Strong leadership is essential for successful macroenvironmental scanning. Creating a dedicated team for macroenvironmental scanning can enhance effectiveness. This team should include members with diverse skills such as data analysis, industry expertise, and strategic thinking. By working together, the team can gather, analyze, and interpret information more efficiently, ensuring that the organization stays ahead of external changes. Macroenvironmental scanning is an ongoing process that requires continuous learning and adaptation. As new trends emerge and old ones fade, businesses must update their strategies and knowledge base. Encouraging a culture of learning ensures that organizations remain flexible and ready to respond to new challenges and opportunities. Technology can greatly enhance macroenvironmental scanning. Tools like data analytics, artificial intelligence, and online monitoring platforms allow businesses to process large amounts of information quickly and accurately. By leveraging technology, organizations can identify trends faster and make more informed decisions, giving them a competitive advantage. Effective communication of macroenvironmental findings is crucial for strategic decision-making. Insights should be shared clearly and concisely with key stakeholders, ensuring everyone understands the implications. Visual aids, reports, and presentations can help convey complex information, enabling better collaboration and faster action. Regularly reviewing and updating macroenvironmental scans ensures that strategies remain relevant. The external environment is constantly changing, so businesses must revisit their analyses and adjust their plans as needed. This ongoing review process helps organizations stay aligned with current trends and avoid being caught off guard by sudden changes. Measuring the effectiveness of macroenvironmental scanning is important for continuous improvement. Key performance indicators might include the accuracy of forecasts, the speed of response to external changes, and the impact on business outcomes. By tracking these metrics, organizations can refine their scanning processes and achieve better results over time. Observing how competitors respond to macroenvironmental changes can provide valuable insights. By analyzing competitor strategies, businesses can identify best practices and avoid common pitfalls. Competitive intelligence should be part of the macroenvironmental scanning process, helping organizations stay one step ahead in their industry. Globalization has expanded the scope of macroenvironmental scanning. Businesses must now consider international trends, cross-border regulations, and global economic shifts. By adopting a global perspective, organizations can identify new opportunities and risks, ensuring their strategies are effective in a worldwide context. Ethical considerations are important in macroenvironmental scanning. Businesses must ensure that their data collection and analysis methods respect privacy and comply with legal standards. Ethical scanning builds trust with stakeholders and supports long-term business success. Integrating ethics into scanning processes is a mark of responsible strategic management. The pace of change in the macroenvironment is accelerating. Businesses must be ready to adapt quickly to new developments, whether they are technological breakthroughs, regulatory shifts, or social movements. Agility and resilience are key traits for organizations that want to thrive in a fast-changing world. Data analytics plays a crucial role in macroenvironmental scanning. Advanced analytics tools can process vast amounts of information, identify patterns, and generate actionable insights. By investing in data analytics capabilities, businesses can enhance their scanning processes and make more informed strategic decisions. Looking ahead, macroenvironmental scanning will become even more important as the business landscape grows more complex. Emerging technologies, shifting demographics, and evolving regulations will continue to shape the external environment. Businesses that invest in robust scanning processes will be better equipped to navigate the future and seize new opportunities. Sum up, macroenvironmental scanning is a vital part of strategic management. By analyzing political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal factors, businesses can anticipate changes and develop resilient strategies. Regular scanning, effective communication, and continuous learning are essential for long-term success in a dynamic world. Businesses should start by integrating macroenvironmental scanning into their strategic planning processes. Assign dedicated teams, leverage technology, and use frameworks like PESTEL to guide analysis. Regularly review and update scans to stay aligned with external changes. By taking these steps, organizations can build strategies that are both proactive and resilient. Thank you for joining us on this journey through macroenvironmental scanning in strategic management. By staying informed and adaptable, businesses can navigate uncertainty and achieve sustainable growth. Remember, the external environment is always evolving, so keep scanning, keep learning, and keep moving forward with confidence.